What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course, and Mother Nature is being bipolar right now. It was 65 degrees yesterday, and now it is 29 with snow on the ground, and we're throwing putters. It is extremely windy as well. Gusting, it's about 15 to 20, gusting to about 35 to 40. And so we're testing out the overstable putter option. I don't think the Link has what it takes to be the overstable putter, especially in the wind like this. So we are also going to be trying out this new Atmos plastic breaker from DGA. First time I've ever thrown a breaker. This is very, I don't know, if an MD4 was a putter, feels very blunt, feels like it's going to be overstable, feels very flat on top. Let's see how she flies. So we're on hole one. We're gonna go with this versus this, and while theoretically they look like they could achieve the same flight, this being much more blunt and flat and just aggressively angled versus the very rounded over of the Link, I think this one's gonna be more stable. But as always, we're gonna start with what's been in my bag, so we're gonna go with the Link. Okay, flipped up. This one probably won't flip up. Do have to talk about the Atmos plastic, or Atmos. Not really sure how you pronounce that. It's kind of a like metallic Z. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. But it does have a halo. So the Atmos is basically like sparkly, swirly Z, but halo version. So, interesting. Oh, that's beautiful. That actually might be what I want. We are gonna still try out the P3X and the stabilizer and the P2s. That just first throw, almost exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, this fairway didn't change very much. Probably the only fairway on the course that didn't really change due to the hurricane. Because this one stump, or the couple of stumps you see, those trees were already taken down before the storm. So this hole seems to be fine. Let's go. I mean, DGA was better. The breaker was better. So let's go. How straight can it hold a line? Wow, that was so straight. So incredible. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now for the Link. So I don't know if you've noticed, I'm releasing them on different angles. Both throws have been a different angle, with the breaker being much closer to flat, maybe even a soft anhyzer, and the Link being released on a hyzer. The plastic makes up for a good portion of that, but also I don't think the Link is just quite stable enough to be the overstable option, and I think it's because of how rounded over on the bottom it is. It is similar to the Luna. Oh, and you can't see it from the snow. There you go. It's similar to the Luna in that it's very, very rounded, making it want to go a long ways and very glidey. But the bead, similar to the bead on the Kratos, it really doesn't do much, or it doesn't do enough to make it that much more overstable. So I don't think it's quite what I'm looking for. 3 looks pretty similar. There are definitely less trees now than there used to be, but 3 didn't really change that much either. We're gonna throw them both on the same angle and see what happens. I'm gonna throw, I don't know where the basket is, so I'm just gonna throw to the short left position and see what we can get with the breaker. So I'm gonna basically throw the hyzer with the breaker and then see if the link flips up on the same angle. Great. It's just, I think, I don't know if it's, because the flat top on the Tempo made it not work out, but the flat top on this makes it amazing. So I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah. The link, well, it's amazing. And I still want to revisit it for a slightly straighter option. And also the Luxe Vapor Link. It's an S-line. It might be Horizon S-line, but it's still S-line plastic. Which means you're going to hit a couple of trees, and then suddenly it's the different stability. And I don't know if I can really come to grips with how it's going to change without it being more of a just, it's not C-line. If it was C-line, maybe we could work with it, but it's S-line, and S-line works good in the cold, but as soon as it starts to not be snowy anymore, it's not going to be cold anymore, and I don't think the S-line's going to work out for me. Hole 4 is way more open, but that was kind of to be expected. We're going to try the breaker on a forehand and see what happens. I picked this hole because of all of the holes where a forehand might possibly work. This hole is like 180 feet, and there's a tailwind, so I don't have to throw them very hard. But I still think the breaker is more stable, and I think it's going to be more torque resistant. It's got this higher shoulder and very flat out to the edge, which I don't know if it's going to be my forehand go-to disc. I don't think it's going to be, but it would be nice to know that I can, I think. That's, yeah, exactly what I thought was going to happen. So the link says, sorry, it's going to help me be able to walk a little bit better like this. The link says that it has 3 or 4 glide. Breaker says it has 3 glide. The breaker is very much flying like an approach disc, but putter distance, which honestly I think is why I like it. Why it's working out so well, because I'm not looking for the shape, I'm looking for the distance, because I can make the shape with any disc. I can make it work. What's going to be the most comfortable with the comfortable amount of power? How do I get certain distances? And I think that's where trying to find the right 4-speed or trying to find the right overstable putter is so difficult, because you have to get the right amount of overstability and the right amount of glide, which is very hard to find sometimes. It was kind of a tail crosswind pushing the hyzers all the way out this peninsula, and now we've turned around, we're going back, now it's a head crosswind, and it is pretty much a straight headwind, actually. How does the breaker handle into a headwind, and how does it differ from the way the link handles into a headwind? Because they are different. Well, I haven't thrown the breaker into a headwind yet. I'm going to guarantee that they're going to be different. I gave it just a touch of torque. Wanted to see if it would flip up, if it would drift, if it would turn. No. That disc does exactly what you tell it to do, and it's kind of what I'm looking for right now. That's amazing. Now for the Horizon S-Line Link. The wind is not going to be kind to the Link. I was thrown on a hyzer and it cut rolled back towards the fairway. Two very different shots, two very different discs. Very, very similar in a tailwind, but as soon as it's no longer a tailwind, shows their true colors. Well, Breaker is going to win out today, and it's going to be amazing. Let's see how well it handles the wind. I'm much happier with the Breaker for the overstable slot than I am with the Link. So at least I'll be a little bit less aggressively posting overstable putter videos, because at least I have something I can rely on that I know I can throw it into the wind and it's not going to turn over. That was amazing. Hopefully you enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff though, make sure to comment all of that down below, especially if you have your disc that you think could step into this slot. And please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber only giveaways. And until next time, see you out on the course.